Hey guys, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel, and this is going to be a review for the Shooting Star. This is made by Wave Corporation, I believe in probably 2007. And this is based off the game, actually, called Sakura Wars. Quite a big box. This is comparable to a big high grade or a small master grade. And I know I got this from Fanime for a good deal. And one thing that got me interested in this kit is the design and the details. As you can see on the box art, you get also a rifle there, and just the look of it has a little bit of steampunk to it, which is, I mean, for me it's an awesome. On the other side, as you can see, it comes with a mobile armor mode, which I know a reference to Gunpla. I'm just gonna call it mobile armor mode, and also they have the action and transform over there. Alright, so it does come with a stand, which is really great, and I'm just gonna over the details and a little bit of articulation as I go around 360. So first off, you're gonna have movable eyes, which is awesome. This kind of remind you of a grunt suit in terms of Gundams, but again, I don't know what Sakura Wars is about, so I just got the mold kit and I'm just basing it off, from my previous experience with other kits. And I mean, in terms of colors, you're gonna have two different colors. You're gonna have this light green, kind of like lime. Then you have this darker green, which is kind of like olive. It does remind you of the Zaku in some sense. And you have this shoulder armor, really great. It has rivets on it. That's really awesome. As well as, if you're trying to weather it, you can probably show some rust or something like that, and it will look great. And on the back, you have these huge thrusters here. Kind of reminds me of pod racers. And actually on the back, you also have the grills, kind of like an old school car, with the exhaust. Actually, if you watch the anime Last Exile, if you guys remember, they have those van ships, which are just like a spacecraft, or not an aircraft that they fly around, and it looks amazing. Seeing that design, which I really like the anime, onto this kit. And there we go, and there's a gun there on the holsters, you can see. And going in front again, you have the hands, the arms, and the whole thing is, it's kind of like a Kotobukiya kit. If you're building one, I built the D-Style Glint as well as the Mirage Selena, and it's kind of like the same feel to it. There's a lot of details, as you can see. Actually, some parts are really thin, the plastics. It is kind of like Kotobukiya. So if you're wondering how this feels, it's the same way. Well, my experience. And you actually take this out, and it does stand on its own without any problems, although you might want to do a little bit of tweaking on the waist, which I will show in a bit what I did there. Also, this is a little bit top heavy, especially the torso is huge, so you gotta be careful with that. Also, there's a lot of parts that falls out, so if you're posting this, it kind of feels like a real grade. So something that to watch out. It's best if you glue parts together, especially these parts here. It falls apart, so I just glue it together, as well as certain parts. So while you're building it, you might want to put some plastic cement when you're sandwiching two parts together. It will really help. Trust me on that one. Right, so let's go ahead with the articulation. Alright, so I just removed the shoulder armor. Give you guys a better look inside. Actually, these pipes here are it's a separate piece, as well as these little things on top. Actually, I broke this part here, but I just glued it together. So it has a little parts that might break, so just be careful if you ever built this kit. You have this holster here, which moves. You have the gun right here, which, as you can see, really detailed, really nice. And you also want the other side, so you have two pistol or rifle. And the head, I already showed you the eyes. The head can move up. This part here, it's part of his transformation, which I will show you in a bit. This dress here moves a little bit, but you know, it's kind of fixed there. But there is a polycap. You can take it out. And I think I just broke that part again. Over there. I will fix that later. Or I'm just gonna remove it for now. Okay, anyways, moving on. We're gonna have the shoulder armor here. It's really big, and you have this really small connector there, so you gotta be careful when you're moving it. And that goes up right there. But another thing again, I mentioned before, you gotta cement this, else this will just, you know, fall apart. So be careful with that. This is kind of flimsy, the connection there. Just this connection on those 2 points, and actually if you see it, there's stress marks. Really thin plastic, so it will, I mean, this thing is heavy, so it's gonna tend to move down. But depending on when you post it, you can actually, you know, keep it up. Then you have the arm here. You have a movable wrist, and you're gonna have opposable fingers, which yeah, I mean, it opens up over there. Kind of reminds you of the ball in Gundam. Movable, and you have an elbow articulation, and you can twist it around. And interesting is this whole gray area is a polycap. That's really huge, and it extends over there. And there's actually a little slot there which connects this part, and there's also a polycap and ball thing over there too. So just like that. It's really good. It's an interesting connection, and it connects there. Well, the thing is with the shoulder peg, it's kind of short, so it will tend to fall apart or fall off easily. So just be careful with that. And the next part is, I think I already showed you. This part here moves, the exhaust, as well as the front skirt, or actually the back skirt. Sorry about that. And oh, there it goes. Let's look at the lower torso. You have the slight movement there, but not much. You can have it up and down. And actually, we're gonna separate that part right there. And you're gonna have this lower part here, and you can, you know, pretty much rotate it without any problem. Fairly good articulation, as well as the feet, your ankle. You can move it side to side, but not much. There's polycaps there to connect the feet. Actually, the backside is the same way. And actually, this connection here kind of reminds you of the Zeta Gundam. It opens up. It's part of his transformation. As you can see there. And another problem with that is, actually I kind of modded it. I mean, it connects fine, but after a while it loses. I mean, it's just gonna start splitting up. So that's the problem. And if you notice, I actually added magnets. I put actually there's 3 magnets there, 1 on each, and 1 extra one right there, which when you put it together, it connects. And that's actually a great fix, and actually I might do that on my Zeta. If I ever had actually I might fix my master grade Zeta if I had a chance, or a high grade. You know, if it transforms everything, you have this, you know, leg separation. Might be a good idea to do that with magnets, and you know, just to keep it together. All right. Before I move to the transformation, I just want to show you actually, I'm just gonna remove this part right here. When it's holding the weapon, so right here, very easy. You just pop it in. Actually, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. So one of the finger goes to the trigger, like so, and it holds it. Another thing I don't like about this is the polycap. It's too loose. So maybe adding, you know, maybe clear coat on it will tighten the joints, but we'll see. But yeah, holds it, you know, good on a certain pose. There we go. So for the transformation, we're gonna start with the head. Fairly easy. You just push this forward. There's this cavity right here. Gonna push this up, this lower part, and stick out the upper part like so. And that's pretty much it. Actually, let's work on the shoulder right here. For this one, oops, we're gonna open up this, and actually you're gonna hide the hand, which is really cool. Open it wide enough so it can turn, and you have this kind of like a nail or a claw. And that's pretty much it for that part. Shoulder armor, actually this folds down, but you have to do some part swapping. So flip it over. There's two pegs there that kind of pop it out. Again, careful since it's thin plastic. Take this out, and this one too. It's really thin. And so it's like this, and we're just gonna put it inside like so it's hidden. Then you're gonna have this second part here, which is kind of like the folded version of this, as you can see there. And we're just gonna connect this like so, and there we go. That's one shoulder armor. And now we're just gonna connect it to that, and I'm gonna just go ahead and do the other side. Alright, so before we put the arm on this, we're actually gonna work on this first. So pretty much you flip it over, and actually you put the exhaust down. You're gonna put down the back skirt, and you spread it out so you're gonna have the wings, and you're gonna, you know, work with the legs. So for the legs, a little bit tricky. You kind of push it out, and you're gonna have this fold up, and you're actually going to turn them on the side. And the guns, actually, let me put it like so. Let's reattach this ball joint like that. The other one too. I should have turned this first. There we go. And after you turn that, you're gonna push this down, or actually push it down like that. So the legs downward, and you're gonna push this down. This actually will hold this portion down. So you're gonna hold it like that. And there you go. That's pretty much it for that part. You know, flip it over again, and this is the part where you're gonna use the stand. You see this T shape right here. Gonna connect this part. It actually locks in place, and you're gonna push it down, and it holds it. You're gonna flip it over. Gotta be a bit careful. All right, and we're just gonna reattach things. It holds its you know, it holds it nicely. Just have to play around with it. It is quite fragile on certain areas. I think got that part right there. Okay, now we're gonna attach the arm, and they're just gonna point forward. So and other side. And this is looking amazing. I really like this kit. A lot of details. That's a really cool transformation. Well, I mean, it's a fairly simple transformation, but it looks great. We just have to fix this part right here. There we go. Yeah. Actually, I have to play around with the legs, but let me fix that. So you're gonna have to play around with it to get, this pose here, not things wobbling around. And I just work around with the waist joint there, but it's there. And there we go. A really nice design. Once again, I really like it. And along with this one, it does come with the illustrated booklet right here. But the instructions are in black and white. There we go. And also on the back part, does have like a pictorial of how to transform it. And on the back, you have the paint guide and as well as the decal sheet. As you can see on the shoulder armor right there. And the decal is right here. Actually, there's a picture of a hamster right there. And I think it's for the pilot. So, there we go. Also, actually, I'm not sure if this is really water slide. Beck told me it's water slide, so I take his word for it. I haven't really worked with water slide. He has. So there we go. So here it is, the review for the Shooting Star 135 model kit from the Sakura Wars video game. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer it in my next video or when I finally get into painting this kit. So yeah. So until then, this is Meads. Thank you for watching.